At least 2 Soviet Charlie-class SSGN submarines have broken through the GIUK Gap and are causing havoc for NATO convoys in the North Atlantic. An American SAG group centered around the Belknap-class guided missile cruiser USS William H. Stanley are very close to making contact with the submarines. They are ordered to engage and destroy the subs, but clear the convoy lanes for reforger convoys. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. Before we get started, I do want to say this is a very early look at Sea Power, and much of what you are going to see in this video is subject to change before the game releases into early access in November. We are in control of an ASW group, and we are tasked with finding a group of Charlie-class Soviet submarines. William H. Stanley, a Belknap-class guided missile cruiser, is the flagship of this particular little task force here. She does have a Sea Sprite, which we will launch here momentarily to help track these Soviet subs. We have no sonar contact on the enemy submarines at the moment. The other ships we have in the formation are Estosin here, an Oliver Hazard Perry class frigate, and then we have USS Tucker over here, a Gearing class. So first things first, Estosin, let's launch our Sea Sprite, and then I'm also going to have Stanley come over here and launch her Sea Sprite as well. The OHP does have a towed sonar array, which should be strung out at this moment. It is strung out below the layer. Let's order her to come to 1/3 speed along with Stanley here. Reduce our speed as well. Turn on that surface search radar, see if we can pick anything up, anything on air search. Got an airliner way up here, cruising above the formation. I can see a ship way down there. That's pretty darn cool. No contact on the submarines. Tucker does not have a towed array or anything either. I'm going to order her to race up ahead this way. She does have RUR-5 ASROC, so that should prove to be quite useful once we actually pick up these submarines. I'm going to order our helicopters to just drop a pattern of sonobuoys right in front of the formation and maybe to the north and then the south. We'll see where these guys are hanging out at. One Sea Sprite is airborne, and I'm going to immediately send it out. We are going to grab our sonobuoys and, set up a pattern right there. This Sea Sprite is going to come up to the north and set up a whole bunch right here. And hopefully we'll be able to pick something up with these sonobuoys. I'm going to order the formation, increase speed, all ahead standard. There we go, all ahead standard. Let's sprint a little bit. We have a couple of cargo ships out there, which may help mask these submarines. Instead, we're still not picking anything up as of yet. Turn on our air search and surface search radar, just in case missiles are fired towards our position. Our first sonobuoy should be away here in a moment. Let's see. There we go. Deployed. Splash down. We picking anything up? Nothing. Okay, interesting. I'm wondering if we should expand the search. I do want to drop these right here though, just to be sure. They're probably further away. Let's have the Sea Sprite adjust and widen the pattern just a little bit. There we go, something like that. The briefing did say the enemy submarines were somewhere in front of us, so we do have that information at the very least. One thing we can also do, we do have more Sea Sprites in the hangar. I am going to launch a third just to cover the south here. I'm gonna have our OHP slow down a little bit. Let's see if we can pick anything up. Does not seem like it. The sea sprite up here should be dropping here. Actually, just drop a sono buoy right here first. And then I'll order you to go over here and drop a big pattern. See if you can pick anything up.
Turn to course 27.
Change our course just a little bit. They've added brand new voice lines to the game, which is pretty cool. They're a little quiet at the moment. I do have the sound maxed out, but I'm sure that will be fixed. Tucker, I want you to slow up. Although, if we were picking something up, I'm sure our sea sprite would actually be able to hear it with its sono buoys. That's interesting. We'll keep scanning, keep dropping sono buoys. Take this helicopter off. We'll have 3 helicopters in the air. That's a lot of torpedoes. We should be able to engage any submerged threat with just our helos and take it out. Our third sea sprite has been launched and is heading out to drop some sono buoys. We have not picked a single thing up. We're dropping a string up to the north. We have a whole bunch right here in front of the formation, so we'll be able to pick up any incoming torpedoes really easily, which is very good news. I am ordering the sea sprite out here. We have 6 sono buoys. Let's just drop one way over here and see if we can pick anything out. This one to the south is going to scan to the south. Let's see if we can pick up a sub down there. These guys are a little more elusive than I thought they would be, which is pretty darn cool. We're going to continue to slowly advance up. No need to really press too aggressively, mainly because we do have helos. And let's see, no, we do not have another helicopter available on Stanley. So all available helicopters are airborne, I believe. Yep, indeed, that is the case. If needed, I can bring my helos back and rearm the sono buoys, but I'd like to avoid that. We'll be a little more conservative with dropping them here since we have not picked up the enemy subs just yet. We got something. We got a hit. Sound contact right here. 370 feet. Let's see. OHP. Can you engage? No, not yet. Yeah, you're still pretty darn far away. All right. Southern Sea Sprite, come over here. Drop a sono buoy right on top of them. And we can pick out what it is. There's no way it is friendly. Wow, they're actually a lot closer to us than I expected. I wonder, is it this sono buoy that's picking them up or this one? This one, I mean, about 4 nautical miles away from his position. Let's send another Sea Sprite over here. I need to drop some sono buoys up in this area. We'll drop a string like that. This Sea Sprite come back. Drop a sono buoy here. Cover some of these gaps. The contact has faded, unfortunately, so we're going to drop a sono buoy right on top of it and then do mad runs. As a matter of fact, yeah, we'll just do that with this one helicopter. That's all we need. And we are out of range for Asrock, but we are closing in. Let's change course ever so slightly, increase speed to full. Try to get into position to utilize that. Okay, we've reestablished contact. Definitely a sub. Tracking it. Perfect. 4 nautical miles away, and then we will release another sono buoy on the target. It looks like we already have the contact pinned down. The reason I'm going to drop another sono buoy is really just to help identify the target. I'm sure this is a Soviet sub. I'd be surprised if it's something else. Would be cool to have NATO allied subs out here. Yep, okay, there we go. It's hostile. All right, no need to really drop the sono buoy then. 2 Mark 46s. Let's drop them. Already dropped 1 torpedo. Oh, beautiful. That was a good drop. Right on top of them. And it looks like it is homing in on the target wherever that sub is. All right, swing back around. Come from behind the sub. We'll drop right in their baffles. Does look like the Mark 46 is tracking something. Passive contact. Wake homing torpedoes. All right. Okay, Tucker. Tucker, you're first. Change course, all ahead flank. Start moving. Get the hell out of here. And I'm thinking, Stanley, you are going to want to turn south. All ahead flank. All ahead flank. Still out of range for Ass Rock. Multiple noisemakers have been dropped. We have a noise here, which is potentially the sub. More noisemakers are being deployed. All right. Turn towards that track, engage. Engage that track. Stanley, you gotta move a little faster, all ahead flank. Let's get going. Those wake homers are incredibly dangerous. And I'm guessing they were all launched from this one target here. Sea Sprite, there we go. Drop that Mark 46 torpedo. Beautiful drop. Hopefully, wow, there's the Charlie down there. You can see all of the noisemakers. There's one of our sono buoys. All those noisemakers down there. And is it homing in? I think it might actually, it's tricky. Come on. Okay, we got problems. Torpedoes inbound. Who's yelling about that? There's no way, I don't think these torpedoes have picked us up yet. Mark 46 is homing in on the Charlie though. A good looking submarine. Good, 1 hit. Should essentially cripple her. There we go, impact on target. Looks like her screw's coming to a halt. Okay, let's take a look at this. We have to evade. We have to evade this situation. Torpedoes indeed are in the water. Just pick something else up. Gosh, look at all these noisemakers. They dropped 2 at once, which is pretty darn cool. I can't imagine our Soviet sub friend here is having the best time. Sea Sprite. Come here. Drop a bunch of sono buoys, and then you'll RTB. And let's see, Stanley. Okay, we're picking stuff up. Again, probably just more noisemakers. She is leaving a big trail. Moving rather quickly. I think we will be able to engage with Ass Rock here momentarily. It does not look like the torpedoes are going to be much of a threat. Let's draw lines. If anything, the southern one's going to be an issue. We're already probably around at least 1.5 nautical miles away from their track, which is where we want to beat 3 nautical miles. Perfect. Picking up more noisemakers being dropped. I'm kind of worried that we're only picking up 1 submerged contact and not more. The mission is called Charlie's. The briefing did say there were multiple subs. Moderately concerning. We're just over here listening. Come to a complete stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. Actually, keep moving just a little bit. I'm not sure we can actually stay at a stop and keep our code sonar deployed. Yeah, we can't. So keep moving. Keep on moving. This Mark 46 is having difficulties acquiring the sub. Charlie 2. She took that hit. Doesn't look good. Looks like she is certainly having some trouble. And she may have blown ballast, to be honest, the way she's angled up. I would like to fire Ass Rock right on the target. We could probably turn in safely at this point and avoid those wake homing torpedoes. I'd rather be safe than sorry though, so we are going to continue on a steady course until these wake homing torpedoes have passed completely aft of us. Holy cow, I don't think we will need another torpedo. It looks like our Mark 46 has acquired the Charlie. Let's cut our engines. All ahead 1/3. All ahead 1/3. Slow down, see if we can hear anything. And let's deploy our towed array above the layer, see if we're picking anything up. There. Still dropping sono buoys all over the place. I've not picked up another sub. We may just be dealing with the one. Let's look at this Mark 46. It's at a depth of 142 feet. Wiggling around like it has something acquired. Oh my gosh, the Charlie may be trying to surface. She's right at PD here. 33 feet, 34 feet. Okay. Really close. Turn towards them, all ahead flank. Looks like the torpedo is trying to home in here. One more torpedo ought to do it. Yeah, there she is. She's firing more torpedoes. Oh boy. Concerning. Well, that's going to be the last thing she does then. Waycoming torpedoes have been fired. We've immediately detected them. Sea Sprite here. Drop sono buoys in the path of these incoming torpedoes so I know where they're heading. It looks like they're probably being fired towards Stanley, which is not entirely surprising. Do I want to fire Ass Rock at this point? We're probably going to hold off. Turn north. Turn north, turn north. Get out of here, get out of the way. All ahead flank. One other thing we can do, this Sea Sprite has 2 Mark 46 torpedoes. Just airdrop them. If this actually belay that. Do not waste a torpedo yet. This Mark 46 is going to hit her. Surprisingly, it looks like they have gotten that damage under control. Not able to go at a speed of, 20 knots, but this is probably going to doom her here. Right there, beautiful. Yep, she's going down. That is a destroyed submarine. One sub sunk. Now we just got to find a second one. We got a new hit. Sound contact to the south. What's their depth? 280 feet above the layer. Speed 10 knots. Okay, who has torpedoes? This Sea Sprite? Oh, you got them. All right, turn down south. Not where I expected. I was about to send them up here to cover this gap. Do I have another Sea Sprite here? I believe I do. Come here. You have 2 Mark 46 torpedoes as well. Perfect. Love to see it. Kind of want our OHP to engage. Almost in range, but they're going to maintain this. Let's look at the info here. The info screen. What's actually picking this up? The OHP is picking up the sub. Fantastic. Maintain contact while the helos close in to destroy it. In other news, we have these wake-homing torpedoes. They are going to run aft of everything, really, and they're not really a problem, I don't think. We've successfully gotten out of the way. Our OHP is moving nice and slow at a speed of 6 knots. And then Stanley up to the north is 3.6 nautical miles away, so we should be a-okay there. Sea Sprites are closing in. They will be here at 13:29 Zulu, so 6 minutes, and we will be dropping torpedoes right on this contact. We are nice and close to the contact. I'm not even going to drop a sono buoy on them. We're going to drop multiple torpedoes. 2 torpedoes right on top of the target. Engaging submerged track with Mark 46 torpedoes. There we go. The order has been confirmed. Hopefully they get right on top of them. This contact, let's see, her depth is 280 feet. Come on, there we go. 1 away, 2 away. 2 torpedoes. Hello. Have fun with that, Ivan. Torpedoes should immediately lock on. The sub is dropping noisemakers. Hopefully the torpedoes can burn through that and actually pick her up. Looks like the contact is cavitating, but we've lost contact here. Sea Sprite, sonobuoy right here then. Drop one. Once you don't have any torpedoes anymore, you can go ahead and drop that. Mark 46 torpedoes do seem to be tracking. There we go. There goes a sonobuoy. It's down. And the torpedoes are tracking the sub. Look at that. Oh, what an attack. One hit. Two. I think that's a destroyed Charlie there. She's still afloat. Somehow. This Sea Sprite will close in. Where's that noise? Right there. Drop another torpedo right on him. She's at 344 feet. It looks like the sub has blown ballast. I would like this Sea Sprite to close in a little bit more. Drop another torpedo. We are on station, and we are now dropping a torpedo on this track. Should swing back around. The contact's at 280 feet. We have this Mark 46 closing in on it. You know what? In that case, that's a kill shot right there. Belay that. Do not drop another torpedo. This one's going to hit and finish her off. Looks like they were trying to come up to the surface. Impact. There we go. Charlie 2. Oh, she's now definitely trying to come up. 3 torpedo hits. Really, really stubborn. All right. One more just to finish the job. 7-0-2-7. Let's see if she hits the surface. All just 3 holes right in the side of the boat. Passing 125 feet. And there we go. Another Mark 46 has been dropped right on top of them. Oh, man. It's homing in. Okay, the sub has been destroyed. Well done, Commander. Enemy forces destroyed. Good job. We can watch this torpedo home in on the destroyed sub. Or any of the crew. Yeah, some of the crew were able to abandon ship, which is nice for them. And there we go. Decisive victory. Here's the after action report. Right as the torpedo was about to really just hammer home the outcome. Pretty fun mission. I really do enjoy doing ASW in Sea Power, which is probably why you see me do a lot of videos with it. I do find it quite fun and engaging in this game. Anyway, folks, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.